Hi, my name is Darren Gaines and I will be teaching you how to properly do single leg squat, providing information regarding the exercise. Although there are many different variations of single leg squat, such as kettlebell single leg squat and TRX single leg squat, the two main variations I will be teaching is single leg barbell squat, pictured on the left, and single leg dumbbell squat, pictured on the right. Different variations of single leg squat do not change the plane of the lift, however can change the muscles and joints stressed. These two variations in particular utilize the same muscles and joints and occur in the same plane. The plane at which this exercise occurs in is the sagittal plane. It involves the movement of the ankle joint, knee joint, hip joint, and shoulder joint. Primary movers labeled in the diagram on the left include gluteus maximus, semimembranosus, semitendinosus, biceps femoris, vastus lateralis, vastus intermedius, vastus medialis, and rectus femoris. Actions consist of hip extension and flexion, knee extension and flexion, and dorsiflexion of the foot. Range of motion for this exercise includes, but does not limit, to elbows extended to 180 degrees for dumbbell single leg squat throughout the lift, elbows flexed to 45 degrees for barbell single leg squat throughout the lift, the legs extended to 180 degrees at the top of the lift, one leg flexed to 45 degrees throughout the lift and at the bottom of the lift, the back extended to approximately 180 degrees throughout the lift, and the wrists extended to 180 degrees throughout the lift. Single leg squat is recommended for geriatrics and pediatrics because it builds strength in the upper legs, along with improving coordination and balance. It can be beneficial for arthritis in older adults and can be performed with no weight, still allowing these individuals to receive the benefits. It's a great exercise for knee therapy in which it improves mobility and flexibility after an injury such as an ACL or MCL tear. In addition, it's a great exercise for athletes as it builds muscle and helps prevent injuries as it strengthens supportive tissues and stabilizer muscles in the knee. Now I will discuss the proper starting position for single leg barbell squat. Place the barbell in high bar placement position in which the bar is placed on the anterior deltoids at the base of the neck. Stand in front of a bench or box that is approximately knee height with your feet shoulder to hip width apart. Face away from the bench or the box and place the instep of the right foot on top of the bench or box. Allow both knees to slightly flex with your torso in a erect position, the shoulders held back, your head in a neutral position with the spine, the chest held up and out, creating a slightly arched back. Pictured on the right is the proper starting position for single leg barbell squat. Before watching a video of how to do single leg barbell squat, we will discuss proper lifting technique. Once you are in the proper starting position, you can now begin the exercise. First, flex the hip and knee of both legs simultaneously to lower the body in a vertical position in a vertical plane towards the ground. Keep the torso to floor angle constant. Do not round the upper back or lean forward. Keep the heel of the left foot flat on the floor and the instep of the right foot on top of the bench. Continue flexing the hips and knees until the left thigh is approximately parallel to the floor. Raise the bar by extending the left hip and the left knee. The right hip and the right knee will also extend. Ensure you are keeping a neutral spine and the torso is upright. Do not allow the body weight to shift forward onto the ball of the left foot. Keep the left knee aligned over the left foot. Do not allow the knee to shift inward or outward as you extend vertically. Continue extending the left hip and the left knee until you return to starting position. Once the set is complete with the left leg forward, repeat the process with the right leg forward. You will now be shown a lateral view of single leg barbell squat followed by a frontal view of the lift. Focus on the placement of the bar as you watch. Observe the position of the back and how I am not leaning forward. Make sure you keep your foot flat on the floor. Notice how I am not leaning left or right as I extend upward in the exercise. In addition, watch the knee as it is not shifted medially or laterally, and balance is maintained throughout the lift with the weight over the planted foot.
Now I will discuss the proper starting position for single leg dumbbell squat. It is very similar to the lifting technique for single leg barbell squat, except you are using dumbbells for this variation instead of a barbell, and you are holding the dumbbells at your side. Grasp two dumbbells of equal weight and hold them at the sides of the torso with a closed neutral grip. Stand in front of a bench or box that is approximately knee height with your feet shoulder to hips width apart. Face away from the bench or box and place the instep of the right foot on top of the bench or box. Allow both knees to slightly flex with your torso in erect position, with the shoulders held back, head in a neutral position with the spine, the chest held up and out, creating a slightly arched back. Pictured on the right is the proper starting position for single leg dumbbell squat. Before watching a video of how to do single leg dumbbell squat, we will discuss the proper lifting technique. Once you are in the proper starting position, you can now begin the exercise. First, flex the hip and the knee of both legs simultaneously to lower the body in a vertical plane towards the ground. Keep the torso to floor angle constant. Do not round the upper back or lean forward. Keep the heel of the left foot flat on the floor and the instep of the right foot on top of the bench. Continue flexing the hips and knees until the left thigh is approximately parallel to the floor. Raise the dumbbells up by extending the left hip and the left knee. The right hip and the right knee will also extend. Ensure you are keeping a neutral spine and the torso is upright. Do not allow the body weight to shift forward onto the ball of the left foot. Keep the left knee aligned over the left foot. Do not allow the knee to shift inward or outward as you extend vertically. Continue extending the left hip and the left knee until you return to starting position. Once the set is complete with the left leg forward, repeat the procedure with the right leg forward. You will now be shown a lateral view of single leg dumbbell squat, followed by a frontal view of the exercise. Focus on the placement of the dumbbells as they are held by the side as you watch. Observe the position of the back and how I am not leaning forward. Make sure you keep your foot flat on the floor. Notice how I am not leaning left or right as I extend upward. In addition, watch the knee as it is not shifted medially or laterally, and balance is maintained throughout the exercise with the weight over the planted foot.
Now we will discuss safety for both variations. Since single leg dumbbell squat does not involve a barbell on the back or lifting weight above the head, no spotter is required. However, two spotters are required for single leg barbell squat as it involves a barbell on the anterior deltoids. A spotter is required on both sides for single leg barbell squat as pictured on the right, one spotter on each end of the bar. On the lifter's signal, spotters will assist in removing the bar from the rack and placing the bar onto the anterior side of the deltoids of the lifter. Once the lifter is in proper position and ready to perform the exercise, spotters will remove their hands from holding the ends of the bar, keeping their hands close but not touching the end of the barbell. Spotters will flex and extend their knees and hips as the lifter moves upwards and downward to follow the path of the bar. At the completion of the set, the lifter will signal to the spotters for assistance in placing the barbell onto the rack, keeping a firm grip on the bar until it is resting secured on both hooks. Remember, two spotters are required as this lift could cause injury if done incorrectly or without spotters. I was unable to record a spotting video for single leg barbell squat as I do not have the resources to do so. Recommendations for beginners include performing the exercise in front of the mirror if possible, especially when adding weight. This allows the lifter to watch their technique as they perform the lift, so you can ensure you have proper lifting technique to reduce the risk of injury. It is critical to establish good lifting technique in the beginning. If you cannot control your body weight, ankle wobbles, your knee from rotating, or your upper body from swaying when first performing this exercise, start with balancing on one leg to establish better balance before performing single leg squats. In addition, you can perform a different variation of single leg squat against a wall with an exercise ball between your back and the wall to aid in stability. High repetitions with light weight are recommended for lifters who want to tone up the leg muscles and increase their range of motion. Beginners should always start with light weight, if any weight at all, to establish good form. Low repetitions with heavier weight is designed to build leg muscle and increase strength within the legs. Heavier weight is recommended for intermediate or advanced lifters and not recommended for beginning lifters, as it may cause injury if done improperly. The placement of single leg squat within a workout is depending on the type of workout in which you are doing. For a full body workout, it would be with the lower body exercises. For a lower body workout, you would want to perform it towards the middle of your workout to ensure you are not too tired and are properly warmed to reduce injury risk. Also, make sure your legs are warmed up and stretched before performing single leg squat to reduce the risk of injury at any time. Single leg squat is not designed to be a fitness measurement. Unlike bench, press, and regular squat, it is not designed to be maxed out or used to measure your level of fitness. Instead, it is designed to increase your balance and coordination, along with increase your strength within the glutes, hamstrings, and quadriceps. Injuries from single leg squat frequently occur when the lifter is squatting incorrectly, putting too much pressure on the joints and ligaments in the knees rather than the thighs, hamstrings, and glute muscles. Common injuries that occur from single leg squat include knee sprains, patellofemoral pain syndrome, tendonitis, and arthritis. One way to improve your single leg squat lifting technique is to perform the exercise in front of a mirror or record yourself from an anterior, posterior, and lateral view. This allows you to evaluate your body position, your balance throughout the exercise, and to see if your trunk stays vertically in line with the legs in which you are not leaning left or right. In addition, you can improve your technique by starting with light weight or even just your body weight or the bar to master proper lifting technique. You do not want to go too heavy until you have mastered good, safe technique. Common cheating habits include arching the back, in which occurs because the weight is too heavy, leaning forward, in which you are not balanced or the weight is too heavy, lifting the heel off the floor, in which you are not maintaining balance, shifting the weight forward onto the ball of the foot, in which you are not maintaining good balance, shifting your knee inward or outward as you extend upward, also resulting from bad balance. As you can see, balance is key in single leg squat. Pushing through the floor is a common lifter cue for single leg squat because it provides proper balance and maintains ground contact. Also, it ensures your foot is flat. You often hear use the bounce because you are to utilize the stretch reflex to rebound out of the bottom of your squat. In addition, head up is commonly used as putting your head down tends to flex your back, resulting in your back arching forward and you leaning forward. Head up allows you to maintain good posture. One controversial issue is barbell versus dumbbell for single leg squat. Dumbbell single leg squat is better for beginners. It is easier to maintain your balance, and barbell single leg squat is better for advanced lifters as it increases your balance and offers more of a challenge. Squatting below parallel is better for athletes who have an increased range of motion, and squatting above parallel is better for beginners who are targeting an increase in their range of motion or someone who is recovering from knee injury. Heavyweight versus lightweight is dependent on who you are and what you are attempting to get out of your exercise. Both offer unique benefits, but lightweight is better for recovery or older or less experienced lifters or someone who just wants to increase their range of motion. Heavyweight is better for athletes and experienced lifters who are targeting their legs to build muscle. Thank you for watching my presentation, and I hope you learned something about barbell and dumbbell single leg squat.